Good evening. I'm Patricia Vallone with a CTV News update. Police continue to investigate a shooting at the mall at Prince George's that left one person dead. Keisha Butts has the details.
Hyattsville police are stepping up patrols here at the mall at Prince George's. This comes just after a shooting took place here Friday evening. There are a few details. Police have identified the victim as 22-year-old Daquan Dockery of Washington, D.C. Police say the shooting happened at a store and he was pronounced dead at the scene. Officers are still searching for a suspect and motive. They say they believe that this was not a random crime. This is Keisha Butts with CTV News here at the mall at Prince George's. Back to you in the studio.
Investigators are offering a reward of up to $25,000 for any information leading to an arrest and indictment in this case. Meantime, police are also investigating a fatal stabbing in Lanham. Authorities were called to the 9900 block of Greenbelt Road early this morning. Police say they found a man inside of an apartment suffering from stab wounds to the upper body. He was pronounced dead on the scene. Police do not believe this was a random attack. Anyone with information is asked to contact police at 1-866-411-TIPS. Here are our latest COVID-19 numbers for our area. The Maryland Department of Health has confirmed 212 new cases in its latest count. The county's positivity rate is up slightly from Friday and is at 1.46%. One Marylander has died of COVID since yesterday. 160 people remain hospitalized. Well, when the history of Prince George's County is written, it will undoubtedly include the name Elizabeth Hewlett. Hewlett, who has chaired the powerful Maryland National Capital Park and Planning Commission since 1995, announced last year that she's retiring. CTV News will spend this week looking at Hewlett's long career and the positive impact she's had on the county. She came to Prince George's County in the early 80s after law school at the suggestion of the late Judge James Taylor. Hewlett says at that time there were very few black lawyers in Prince George's and no black judges.
Judge Taylor, who I just mentioned, was one of the first attorneys hired. He was the first African-American assistant state's attorney hired in Prince George's County and couldn't eat lunch in Upper Marlboro with his colleagues because of segregated facilities. So fast forward, now we have a bench that is majority African-American, and as a matter of fact, it's majority African-American women.
Hewlett is set to retire when another chair is appointed, and you can hear more about her career all this week on CTV News. You're watching CTV News, as we said, and I'm Patricia Vallone. We'll be back in just a moment.
Bring it.
Time out, guys. I'm late to dinner. My mom's gonna kill me. Catch you guys later.
Mom wants us home. Okay. Bye, guys.
You guys need a ride?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
All right. How about some one-on-one?
I gotta go eat, man. Sorry, I'll see you later.
Welcome back. The state of Maryland has taken over operations at the Baltimore Back River Wastewater Treatment Plant in Dundalk. Maryland's Secretary of Environment, Ben Grumbles, made the rare move yesterday after officials determined widespread maintenance issues which posed a risk of catastrophic failures. The state says that the facility did not properly treat sewage that ultimately was discharged into the Back River. Environmental officials say the state will work with Baltimore to mitigate the problems. Under the order, the city will foot the bill for all costs. Are you looking for your next page-turning read? Well, look no further as Maryland Humanity names a new book for its statewide reading program. It's called What's Mine and Yours, written by Naima Coster. This multi-generational novel explores a North Carolina community integrating one of its schools. It also explores an interaction between two students, G and Noel, that will tie their families together.
School integration is very much a current topic. It is lost on some, but not many, that our schools are still very much segregated in some communities. And so I think it's great to have a current topic like that and to really discuss it. As well as the family dynamics that come into play.
The novel was selected for Maryland Humanities' One Maryland, One Book program. An author tour and reading materials will be available in the fall. While many prisons and jails are closed to visitors due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the founder of Flick Shop has a new project to help kids stay in touch with incarcerated parents. The initiative is called Flick Shop Angels, and under the program you can purchase credits which would be donated to families with children. Those credits will allow kids to send a Flick Shop postcard to incarcerated parents for free. Founder Marcus Bullock says he has a goal to connect 100,000 families through this program.
One of the things that I'm most excited about for our community to get involved is with our Flick Shop Angels project. That's the project that allows for community members to band together with us and support our children with incarcerated parents. The children are typically the invisible victims of incarceration, and we want to be able to make sure that they can send their mom and dad as many funny face selfies as they want completely for free. That's courtesy of our Flick Shop Angels.
And for more details on the Flick Shop Angels initiative, you can visit the website on your screen. Tonight is the debut of a concert that was written and composed by a Prince George's music educator. It's called Mosaic Intersections of Sound. It's a compilation of selections that were composed during the pandemic as a way to help us understand what we went through. The concert debuts tonight virtually. Creator Brandon Felder says it's for everyone.
Mosaic Intersections of Sound. And so during this pandemic, over the course of almost 2 years, I've composed, comprised, arranged at least 30 to 35 tracks of music, some of which are humanitarian in perspective. I deal with social justice issues that are occurring, educational, artistic, and religious, which I call HERE.
Again, Mosaic Intersections of Sound debuts tonight at 7:30 virtually, and it's free. To catch it, go to Hymns with Philip Carter on Facebook or on YouTube. And we'll have more news in just a moment. Stay tuned.
My grandfather was part of the study, Alec Ware, and Frank Cooper. Just get educated about what went on with the study.
It's just amazing how people still don't know. And now they're comparing it to the COVID-19. It's not a comparison.
Due to the fact that they wasn't given treatments. Things have changed now. I've been a nurse since 1981. I just started wanting to do something to give back. You know, after I found out what happened to my great-grandfathers.
And I made the decision that I was gonna get the shot. That's the reason I'm doing it. I'm doing it for them. I'm doing it for myself. I'm doing it for my kids.
I love you so much. Yes.
I tell my son, I love you every single day. Now, my dad has never said that to me. Not because he doesn't love me, but because culturally it wasn't comfortable for him. Now that he's a grandfather, he says, I love you to my son every time he sees him. My advice to all the fathers out there, forget the cultural restrictions. They grow up way too fast for you to waste even a single precious moment.
Thanks for staying with us. Well, police identified the teenager killed in a dirt bike crash in District Heights. 18-year-old Peter Joven was riding his bike on Silver Hill Road when he collided with an SUV at the intersection of Pennsylvania Avenue. The incident occurred Friday evening. Joven died the next day. And a car crash is into a salon in Gaithersburg this morning. The vehicle shown here crashed into the Casey Hair Salon. The driver was trapped but was extricated by Montgomery County Fire and EMS. Patrons were evacuated from the building. The driver was the only person injured in the accident. A new innovative police program replaces tickets with repair vouchers. Join us later this month as we take a look at how one local police department has joined a nationwide movement that helps drivers replace broken car lights rather than penalizing them.
One of the most common things we do in policing is make a traffic stop for a variety of reasons. And equipment failures is part of it, and lights out and so forth. So if that is one of the most frequent contacts we have with the community, how about a program where instead of fear and so forth, we end up with a positive experience with somebody behind the wheel that may have never been pulled over by the police before.
We'll have the full story later this month. Be sure to tune in. A big win for the deaf community last night at the Oscars. The film CODA, which is an acronym for Children of Deaf Adults, won 3 golden statuettes, 1 for Best Adapted Screenplay, 1 for Best Picture, and the 3rd for Best Supporting Actor. Troy Kotsur won the Best Supporting Actor for his role as the deaf father of a hearing child. Turns out Kotsur has roots to this area. He was a former student at Gallaudet University.
I just wanted to say that this is dedicated to the deaf community, the CODA community, and the disabled community. This is our moment. To my mom, my dad, and my brother Mark, they're not here today, but look at me now. I did it. I love you. Thank you.
The Oscars ceremony was marred by a controversial display by actor Will Smith. Smith cursed and slapped Chris Rock after the comedian made a joke about his wife. Well, Governor Larry Hogan issues a proclamation officially recognizing a milestone anniversary. Today marks the 250th anniversary of the laying of the cornerstone of the Maryland State House, the oldest state capitol in continuous legislative use. It's also the only state house to have ever served as the nation's capital. During that period, General George Washington visited Annapolis to resign his commission as Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army. Switching gears now, we're going to get a check of your weather forecast. Tonight, a chance of flurries or light rain, lows near 24. Tuesday, sunny with highs near 48. Wednesday, mostly cloudy, highs around 60 degrees. And Thursday, rain likely and temperatures are jumping to a high near 74. That wraps up our CTV News Update. I'm Patricia Villa. Have a great night.
I moved to Florida with literally pennies in my pocket and a prayer. I needed a new start. Dacian looks like a very typical 3-year-old until you ask him, "What's your name? How old are you?" My son has a lot of behaviors that would show as being autistic. Most kids can tolerate a variety of foods, but unfortunately for Dacian, everything has to be organic and raw. I wasn't ashamed to go to the food pantries. It's expensive to eat healthy, and nutrition is very important to Dacian's health. The healthy organic food that we receive dramatically helped his social skills. Most people would say, she really doesn't have much of a life. But to me, I have everything right there next to me and my son.